Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen, and all in between, and welcome back to part 17 of the life and suffering of Sir Brante, the Inquisitor path. When we last left off, we gave into passion and joined Jean beneath the sacred tree, and decided that we would leave that in the past, as well as things are looking a bit choppy around. We've got the power of the new faith. We're going to try and strengthen that a little bit more. Our family is very close to 8 unity, which is what we need to save our mother, but we're quite a bit away from being ennobled by the sword, which is we need 3 more reputation for that, and it's unlikely we'll get that. It's likely we'll get the events to give us that, unfortunately, but we've yet to see what will happen. We hatched a plot with Stefan to get Gloria married, so that might give us a +2 if that succeeds, which would only have us 1 away. So we'll jump straight in. It's year 1143, chapter 4, the Patriarch's Sermon. Thanks to Father Ulrich's efforts, Cassius has lost much of his support among the clergy and the flock, but today the Patriarch has summoned the people to his evening sermon in a clear bid to regain their trust. With several champions of faith for an escort, you walk to the square by the silver tree to hear the Patriarch speak. Cassius stands tall above the worshippers, his feet firmly planted on the stairs leading into the temple. The old believers crowd the center of the square, while the new believers, led by Father Lenhart, stand on the outer edge. You arrive at the square as the sermon is about to begin. The Patriarch calls for silence, and the din of the crowd dies down in an instant. He speaks in a somber voice, clearly chosen for this purpose. As Cassius addresses the crowd, he lifts his arm towards the heavens. As time goes by, the false teachings of Patriarch Photis are spreading further and further, poisoning our land. Every day I try to guide people to the true path, to see those led astray by the heresy of the new faith. And when I saw that our brethren from the Order of the Inquisition had paid us a visit, I felt great joy, for I knew that they were here to purge all lies and apostasy from the province of Magla. But then my trust was betrayed. Those who were supposed to guard the true faith deceived us all. Those who have sworn an oath to the twins to purge all heresy now abetted. They were supposed to be my strength, and they have turned against me. Hundreds of eyes turned to you, stern, unblinking. They came here to revile me and besmirch my name. They have clouded the minds of my flock and turned my brethren against me. And now I call upon you, Brother Jordan. You must now answer for your order, for I will tolerate this treatment no longer. Why is he calling on us? Why not Ulrich? He's the leader of the Inquisition. Come to me now, approach me and accept my blessing. Kneel before me and kiss my hand, so that all may see that you are a humble servant of the Church. Show everyone the Order of the Inquisition stands with the true faith. Oh dear, he's calling us out. The Patriarch of our province is calling out a lowly Inquisitor. I'm gonna get killed if I don't watch. We can't accuse Cassius, funny enough, because we don't have Father Ulrich as our master. So, the Patriarch extends his hand to you. Kissing it would be a public statement, tantamount to acknowledging that the Order sides with Cassius and supports him in the old faith. But do you have a reason to challenge the Patriarch? Is this time to openly confront him and his entire flock? So we can kiss his hand, which brings the Church down, tolerance of faith down, Inquisition down, but gives us reputation and diplomacy. We could refuse, which means we will die, and tolerance of faith goes down. We can accuse Cassius, we can't because Ulrich isn't our master. Our relationship isn't good enough with him. Or we can rely on the new believers for support, which increases the Church towards them and gives us tolerance of faith. We have to do that because I'm not going to do this. Am I not? No, because it's going to put us on 3, which is borderline dangerous position, and puts this back to 5, which loses us the chance to challenge him. It also means we're not going to get the reputation we really need. Like, it could be the fact that I get this +1 now, and my scheme with Stefan for Gloria works and we get +2 and we get ennobled. I mean, this is going to move the Church closer to the new faith, isn't that right? Where's the province? Yeah, it'll push the Church towards new faith. And tolerance of faith is good. We get it up to 8. Oh, the fact it drops by 2 though is what worries me. No, you know what? We're going to rely on the new believers for support. You turn to Father Leonard. He nods in understanding. The abbot of the temple lifts his staff above his head, so the people around him part so that he may be seen and heard. Patriarch, as far as I am aware, the Inquisition works to protect the faith of the twins, which is more than the teachings of Entails or the dogmas of the old faith. They serve the elder and the younger Cassius, not you. Father Leonard's words echo across the square, followed by silence. Leonard, sooner or later you will realize that the teachings of Photis are nothing but a lie you desperately wish to believe, but the souls you've dragged to the foot of the pillar will take you and your followers down with them. You spread your shoulders wide and address the people as loudly as you can. The Order of the Inquisition does not need the Patriarch's blessing. The brothers and sisters of the Order have already been blessed by the twins themselves. The Inquisitors are the judges and executioners of those who would defy the faith and stray from the true path. They need no law but the law of the younger, no love but the love of the elder. So the rumors are true. The Inquisition supports the schism within the faith. Your order has come to Magla to lay waste to the true faith in this land. Your order is working to blacken my good name among the clergy and the flock. Your order wishes to put some new believer heretic in my place, so that he may poison people's hearts with his false teachings. Cassius, every year more and more people in Magla and the rest of the Empire are refusing to obey the merciless laws of the old faith. Our teacher, Patriarch Photis, preached in this very square, and it was in this very square that he was murdered, but even that didn't stop his teachings from spreading and gaining support. One day the new faith will come to replace the teachings of Prophet Entails. You too will be replaced by a man chosen by the parish, but the Inquisition will stand guard to keep us safe from witches, apostates, and enemies of the faith. Brother Jordan, you should go. You will find nothing but lies and false accusations here. So we're pushing towards the new faith, which is good, and we leave the square accompanied by Father Leonard. No one who was in the square will ever forget the gesture or the words you spoke today. And the power of the new faith has gone up, which is good, but the strength of the order has gone down. And we didn't do anything to help our family, which is a real problem as well. The new sacrament. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. Tolerance of fates. These events are great because they're extra events, which means an extra chances to get skills. For the first time in years, the authority of the new faith is on par with that of the old. The city is changing. Its people are changing too. Abbot Leonard is beloved by the people. He has supporters in the city, among the peasantry, and even among the nobles of the mantle. They all want to see Leonard become Patriarch. You know that you can take some of the credit for this. The faithful are no longer fear the twins. They proceed up to the peak of the shining pillar along the path their heart has chosen. Among the ranks of the order are many brothers and sisters who, like you, openly support the teachings of Photis and defend the new faith. We need to be careful though. We're at 8. We're only 2 away from religious riots. Today, Father Leonard is gathering his flock by the temple for a sermon. Our path to the twins is a search for the will, love, and law they have bestowed upon us. By means of the word the twins have bequeathed to us, we strive to comprehend their design and our place in it. May the lash and the sword remain things of the past, just like the lots. Our sacrament is that of the word. The book will be the symbol of the new faith. The lives of the twins will be the foundation of our sacrament. As soon as Abbot Leonard finishes his sermon, a familiar voice cuts through the din of the crowd. New faith, new sacrament, new patriarch. The parishioners echo Sylvan's cry. Pray right here on the street, preach to the people, spread our teachings, give your neighbour the sacrament of the book, and set them on the right path. You are free from the lots, may everyone know this freedom. The new believers take over the city in a matter of days. They do not rob, loot, or commit acts of violence. Priests, commoners, and nobles flood the squares and street corners, preaching the new faith and offering prayers to the twins. No one who walks the streets of Anisot can fail to hear their word. The lots must be forsaken. Those who wish to share the new faith will obtain the sacrament of the book. Thus do the new believers grant them the freedom to choose their own path to the gods. This turn of events cannot remain unnoticed. Having solicited the support of the overseer, Patriarch Cassius addresses the people of Anisot. The sacrament is the foundation of the law of the twins, which is in turn the foundation of our blessed empire. By rejecting the sword and the lash, the new believers have rejected the elder and the younger. Their new sacrament is a rebellion against the order that the twins bequeathed to us, and thus a rebellion against the empire itself. I hold the overseer's order in my hand. Gaius Tempest commands us to prevent any change to the sacrament and punish those who persist in their sinful delusions. Jean echoes Cassius's words before the brothers and sisters of the order. The new believers are not going to bow to our will without a fight, but our righteous indignation is a manifestation of the will of the younger. Punishing those who trespass against the divine law is our lot and our sacred duty. The prefect's gendarmes are on our side. But several brothers and sisters suddenly begin to advocate for the new faith. They do not see the sacrament of the book as a heresy. They also point out that matters of faith are beyond the power of the overseer. Gaius Tempest has no right to give orders to the Inquisition. Outraged by their words, Ulrich suddenly defends Jean. Oh nice, they're both open. The word is their weapon, but ours have always been the sword and the lash. Death is a better admonition than 1,000 sermons. Tomorrow the Inquisition will send those heretics to meet the twins. I'm going to die, am I, if I pick the new believers. There they will know the light of truth. We can appeal to the overseer. Tolerance of faith goes down, reputation goes down, Inquisition goes down. Follow the overseer's orders, church power, everything goes down. Or follow... Oh, I don't die. It takes away willpower though. That's no good at all. We lose everything there. But it calms things down. I'm conscious of leading us towards the religious riot, which sounds a bit too strong. To hell with it. Defend the new believers. You stand up to address the Inquisitors. The new believers are not heretics. They serve the twins just as we all do. It is a duty of the overseer to protect the faith, and now the new faith is in need of our protection. The overseer has no right to interfere in matters of faith. He must be reminded of this. The order must defend the new believer's right to the sacrament. Your words resonate with both Inquisitors and champions of faith. Ulrich's eyes are ablaze with anger. You are making a mistake, brothers. The blessed Arcanian Empire will fall unless we put an end to Photis's foul teachings. But his voice is drowned out by the shouts of the Inquisitors. Persuaded by your ardent speech, they side with you. Jean watches in evident bemusement. She is so furious it renders her speechless. I think we're actually going to end up getting the torch of the... Where is it? Sorry. Torch of the New Faith. The Inquisitor and the Champions of Faith walk across the city, encouraging all faithful to follow them. You move slowly so that your procession can be joined by as many people as possible. An immense crowd approaches the temple by the silver tree. You walk up the stairs and address the public. Their fears are groundless. The Inquisition has not come here to punish or admonish. Today the Inquisitors and the Champions of Faith have come to the temple to be admonished themselves. The new faith is a way to serve the twin gods, so anyone who defies it is defying the elder and the younger. Father Leonard and Sylvan Samosta stand by your side, smiling. Before the eyes of the massive crowd, you take the sacrament of the book. The crowd cheers. One after another, commoners and nobles step forward to give the sacrament to the Inquisitors and the Champions of Faith, tentatively at first, then with growing confidence. Standing side by side with Leonard and Samosta, you join and watch the jubilant crowd from the temple stairs. Your head is spinning. The sheer number of those who have converted to the new faith in recent years, people who can now choose their own lot, what an enormous force it is. This is the true power of faith. I can hear the twins' approval. Brother Jordan, nobody can stop us. Not that pig Cassius or the overseer. Oh god, that gave us +2. I didn't see that. And we got +1 for eloquence again. And willpower's down to nothing. Oh dear. Torch of the new faith is happening sooner than I realised. Oh dear. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. I haven't severed all ties with Tomas, I haven't exiled him, I haven't dishonoured Dorius Otten. Oh dear. Wait, what was that? About Otten? to Tomas's new life. He hasn't been exiled, so we could see him off on a new life though. The hunt for Tomas. You are shaving before going into town. You scoop some warm water from the wash basin. The morning light reflected in the mirror is blinding. A servant rushes in with an urgent letter, or rather a crumpled up note. He says it is from a childhood friend of yours. You flinch involuntarily, a nasty cut appears on your cheek. Jordan, I'm in trouble. You're the only one who can help me. I've already told you about how I got on Commander Otton's bad side. I went against an order of his, didn't want to squeeze the last penny from an already poor village. Otton taught me a traitor, and now he's finally found an excuse to take me out. If I don't find a way out of the city, I'll be executed. I did my best to hide, but Otton's henchmen are on my trail. I'm out of time, Brante. If you can help, for the sake of our old friendship, help me out of this mess somehow. If Otton finds me, I'll be off to the Shining Pillar in no time. Your friend, Tomas. Oh my god. I can't get him out of the city. You crush the note in your hands. A drop of blood runs down your cheek. Your old friend is in grave danger. If you don't interfere, Tomas Guerrero is doomed. If you don't get involved, willpower goes up, and he dies a true death. We hide him in the temple, Inquisition power goes down, I'm going to die one, and scheming goes up. I can't get him out of the city because I don't have the path of the Lawless. And I could turn to our benefactor for aid. Because Archduke Melanidas is grateful. I have to do that. Oh, Felipe El Ferro, I haven't met him. You petition Archduke Melanidas to himself to offer Tomas protection. I can rescue him. This is brilliant. I'm not going to die. Oh, thank God I chose to save his daughter at the La Tari festival. Crumpling the note in your hand, you pace the room and think. You cannot abandon your friend in his hour of need, but Otton is the High Commander of Magla. Opposing him on your own would be unwise. It's time to call in a favour. It is no secret that Sir Otton is fully devoted to his lord and sovereign Archduke Melanidas. One word from the Archduke and Otton will surrender any thought of pursuing some obscure legion commander. You are no noble, which means that the Archduke would never pay you any mind, but you are fortunate enough to have the right connections. You reach a quill and compose a petition in defense of Captain Tomas Guerrero, an innocent and honest servant of the Empire. Every single word of the petition is carefully chosen. You make no demands and offer nothing that could incriminate Otton directly. This is merely your most humble request, a plea for the Archduke to save the life of a harmless little human. You are confident that the letter will find its way to the Archduke. You pass achievements. We'll see to it. You spend the next day in great unease, hoping that Tomas is able to evade Otton's men in the interim. Then, finally, you have a reply. You receive a note from the Archduke, written in indifferent haste. Brante, puny petitions for non-entities do not ordinarily deserve even the tiniest moment of my time, but in this case I will be merciful. Sir Otton has been told to hunt other prey for his amusement. As for Tomas Guerrero, he shall leave the Legion immediately, never to be seen by his Excellency again, Tarquinius of the Melanidas, Archduke of Magla. You heave a sigh of relief. Otton would never defy his sovereign, the Archduke. Tomas is safe. You set off to find Tomas and bring him the good news. You eventually find the place where your friend is taking shelter, an attic above a shabby inn. You've not seen him for a while, but he looks a decade older already. It pains you to see him so downcast. When you break the news of the Archduke's intervention to Tomas, he looks very conflicted indeed. Really? Otton agreed to let me off the hook if I quit the Legion. I can't believe the Arknians even bothered to listen to you. Does that mean I'm finally free from his harassment? Thank you, my friend. You saved me from a true death. But if I leave the Legion, what will I do then? That's the most humiliating thing there is. All the work I put into joining the military will be wasted. I'll have no job, no pay. I'd never be a nobleman again. I'm really sorry, Tomas. Safe from the deadly threat, Tomas is about to begin his life anew. I'm sorry, Jordan. I don't mean to seem ungrateful. It's just I gotta think about what to do with my life now. But at least I'll get to live it, and it's all thanks to you. The diplomacy's gone up, which is quite nice. And we saved Tomas, thankfully, but God, these decisions are getting worse and worse now. Oh God, here we go. The rebel, because of Stefan Brante's secret plot. This is probably one of our last chances to get to the ennobled by the sword, unfortunately, but we don't have the skills for it. We're only on 5, we need 8. This event might give us 2, but I guarantee you it'll take away unity, which will stop me from saving my mother. A year has passed since Stefan engaged you in his scheme to marry Gloria off, and yet you have no chance to influence your obstinate sister. Tempers are running high in your household. Gloria disappears for days at a time. She's often seen in the company of younger commoners. Father constantly lectures Gloria, telling her that her friends are libertines and troublemakers. Connections like these will be her downfall. Your sister listens obediently, then vanishes again. Tonight, Stefan meets you by the door, looking distressed. Jordan, I've been waiting for you for quite some time. Let's go to the garden and talk in private. It's about Gloria. You sit on a shady bench. A hot, dry wind is blowing. I was on my way to a ball at the El Laborious mansion. I was already on the doorstep when a servant told me that he had been ordered to turn me away. They will not have anything to do with a family whose offspring is a member of a secret society. I am certain they meant Gloria, and these are not mere rumours. You know full well that she is entirely capable of such a thing. And here I was, wondering where our little rebel spends all her time. We have to act, brother. Any delay in the damage to our family will be irreparable. We have to make Gloria stop these escapades and get married by any means necessary. A secret society represents a tangible threat to our family. Father will see that and side with us, but still, I will not accuse Gloria without firm evidence. That would be dishonourable. My hopes lie with you, Jordan. You are admitted to the right circles, and Gloria still trusts you, though she fears and loathes me. The two of you played together as children so often. You should be able to strike the right tone with her. Find a way to tame Gloria and force her to get married. Remember, we are doing this for the house of Brante, as well as for her own good. The hot wind scorches your face mercilessly. You are lost in thought. Oh no. So I can reject the plan. Gloria up, Stefan down. I can't, because I don't know her secret, I can't persuade her to accept her fate to get married. If I infiltrate the secret society, I'd bring down unrest. The only thing I can do is influence Gloria through Mother. Yep, which of course brings down unity, as I said was going to happen. Oh, this is a problem now. I don't know if we're going to get any more chances for reputation and unity. I know I keep saying that and we end up getting another chance, but I mean chances that are actually decent for us to take. She's going to get betrothed if I do this, but it's going to take our unity away, which affects our chances to get our mother better. Oh, we're so close to that. You know, we only need, well, we need 3 things, but I don't know if we're going to get this. We could have, but we'd have to make particular decisions. This is going to come soon, I think. Yeah, and Mother recovers if her unity is by that. Now let's do it. Let's just get Mother to talk to her. You find Mother in her chambers. Her health is improving with each passing day. You sit down on the edge of her bed and ask how she feels. You know, son, as the years go by, our stairs have seemed steeper and steeper, but today I walked downstairs for lunch all by myself. Gloria and I had a long walk around the garden before she left. Is she back yet? You carefully ask her if she knows where Gloria went. Mother frowns. To the market, or was it the weaver's shop? I'm not sure. You softly tell Mother that Gloria is in trouble. She's gotten herself involved with some dangerous people, conspirators. She must be rescued as soon as possible. Oh my, are you certain, son? Could it have gone really that far? Might they not be just fellow poets? They're libertines and they don't observe their lots, but they never take up arms. If only we got a reputation boost for this as well. That's the thing, I'm not getting any reputation for this decision. You insist. There can be no doubt. Gloria has joined a secret society, and before she commits an offence against the authorities, it is your duty to bring her back to safety. Mother agrees with a tired air. You've always taken good care of this family, Jordan, and now you're right about this too. I raised her. I taught her. I did my best. Was it all for nothing? What do we do now, son? You tell her about the plan to give Gloria to Sir El Pelletier in marriage. At first, Mother is incredulous. A nobleman of the sword is willing to marry my illegitimate daughter Gloria. The twin gods must be watching over her, but you do realize that she'll rebel against it, don't you? And it would be so sad for me to give her away to another family. Yeah, this is probably what finishes Mother off. You assure Mother that if she does not get married, Gloria Gloria's escapades will ruin not only her own life, but also the Brante family. Knowing now that we've got to max tolerance of faith, I wonder if we could have chosen reputation on some other occasions and saved the tolerance of faith. You assure Mother that if she does not get married, Gloria's escapades will ruin not only her own life, but also the Brante family, the same family that gave them both shelter and a life of ease. Mother and Gloria must repay Father's kindness, even if it becomes a nobleman's wife, if not exactly what Gloria wishes. Mother's face darkens, her eyes are suddenly sharp. She speaks clearly and distinctly. My daughter and I will do our duty to the house of Brante. Do not doubt us, son. Mother spends the rest of the day in prayer. When Gloria finally comes home, they have a long conversation upstairs in Mother's chambers. You hear pleading and weeping coming from that room. The next morning, when you are gathered around a table, Gloria rises to her feet. Her face is still red and swollen from a tearful night. Noble Sirs Brante, I, Gloria, lowly daughter of the Lady Lydia, hereby consent to become the wife of Sir L. Pelletier, and will no longer impose myself upon you. I am grateful for this house and for everything I have received here. I do not want to be a burden any more and tarnish the Brante name. I do not deserve to be among you. Your father is horrified. Mother nods sadly. Stefan jumps to his feet. Gloria, you must have mustered the strength to act valiantly. You are dear to our hearts, but we must part ways for the common good. Let us hear nothing more of shame. Our family of the highest nobility and a happy husband await you. You will be married to a nobleman of the sword. I will send a letter to Jose El Pelletier at once. Gloria responds to Stefan with a wry smile. Your sister casts an intense look around the room. Who else was behind the scheme to marry her off? And she's gone down to us, but she got betrothed, which is good. Gloria's eyes fix on you. You hold her stare without flinching. But family unity has gone down. So that wasn't great anyway. But it happened. Gloria's betrothal. Year 1143. Gloria is promised as a wife to the noble Sir El Pelletier and will soon leave the house of Brante. This is going to cause Mother some health problems, I can tell you. Yeah, and we're only 2 steps away now from the revolt. We're not going to get ennobled by the sword in time. The Archduke relents. After many years, the simmering, unsettling hostilities between Overseer Gaius Tempest and the Archduke Melanindas have finally come to an end. The Archduke has abandoned all attempts to collect additional taxes from the people. Thank God. By my grace, I hereby release the common people of Magra from the Archduke's tax. All hail the dynasty of Melanindas, which has protected you since time immemorial. The farmers and merchants can finally heave a sigh of relief. Unexpectedly, the Archduke soon withdrew from all provincial affairs, sequestering himself in his ancestral castle of Serpenverda. The gentry who remain loyal to the Archduke are baffled. Has he accepted defeat at the hands of the Overseer, or is this just an elaborate ruse? Either way, the Archduke is out of the picture. The senior gentry of Magra have lost some of their influence with the Overseer and his retinue of budding dynasties and nobles of the mantle. The feud between the 2 Archean rulers has ended, but the noble estate has been split nonetheless. The common people see this as yet another reason to demand change. The commoners are almost in power, but at least we've got some wealth back. So, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, let me know how you think the decisions went. Would you have chosen differently? And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and have a nice day.